Hello, BCPS PE teachers, and welcome to the inaugural episode of the BCPS PE Brief. I'm your host, Justin O'Brien, and I'm currently serving as a specialist for physical education in Baltimore County. Let's get right into today's episode. So what is this new thing? We call it the brief because it is short, but brief also means to instruct or inform, which is exactly our goal. Each episode will be quick but packed with useful updates and information. Your time is valuable, so we don't want to take up too much of it, whether you're listening on your planning period or outside of school. You can expect a mix of content, updates, guidance, and even interviews with teachers, so every episode may have a slightly different feel to it. Why are we doing this? With changes to how professional development is delivered in BCPS, we've noticed that the connection we've always had with our teachers feels different now. This series is our way of bridging that gap, keeping you informed, answering your questions, and making you feel connected to the office. I'm not sure how often we'll get an episode out, but it will be a minimum of once a month, so stay tuned for more. As I just said, professional development is changing. Content offices were only given 3 days with teachers this year. We saw some of you in person on October 2nd at the U.S. soccer training, while the rest of you completed asynchronous work in your buildings. This was followed by a virtual day on October 20th, where you were given county-wide materials. Now we won't see you until March 20th. At this point, my understanding is that March 20th will only be a half day of professional development. But that's okay, because we have a BOLO alert. Be on the lookout for upcoming professional development sessions. You can see the topics we are planning right now. ISDM in elementary school, new teacher meetings. This would also include first through third year teachers, an elementary session with new equipment to be given out, and a BCPS move data session along with a possible pickleball session. More information will be coming out in emails and posted to Schoology as sessions are finalized. Let's take a moment to discuss fitness testing. Some of you may have been asked about the presidential fitness test being reinstated this year. We've received a couple of inquiries from parents and teachers. While there is discussion nationally about bringing it back, the test has yet to be developed. A council has been formed to determine what the new version will look like. This council, chaired by Bryson DeChambeau and including athletes such as Triple H, Wayne Gretzky, and Annika Sorenstam, has started its work. But as of now, there is no presidential fitness test. We'll keep you updated as new information becomes available. In the meantime, BCPS will continue using the BCPS Move Fitness Assessment we started last year. All the materials you need to implement this assessment can be found in the elementary and secondary Schoology group resource pages. Please take a couple of minutes to familiarize yourself with the testing procedures so you are ready to implement the assessments with your students this year. Let's talk a little bit more about BCPS Move. The 24-25 data reports were emailed to all schools. Your report looks something like this. The cover page above shows the number of students completing each level for assessments with multiple tiers. This example is for elementary schools. The secondary cover page displays numbers for 3 different tests. In the top corner, you'll see an example of how students performed compared to the county average. The data is displayed for all students as a whole and then also broken up by grade level. Next to me is an example of the distances for the sit and reach test. We provided these reports to you so you have meaningful data to discuss in PLCs, leadership meetings, and PE meetings within your buildings. Your administrators were copied on the email as an advocacy tool to show that PE classes are producing actionable data your school can use to drive instruction and make decisions about the health and wellness of your student population. We look forward to compiling this year's data during the summer. Please reach out if you have any questions about facilitation or need additional support. This year's NFL Play 60 program wrapped up on October 24th. Thank you to all our elementary and middle schools who participated in this year's program. We are working on prize distribution this week, so you should receive your prize packages soon. We look forward to having as many schools as possible participate in next year's program. Let's take a minute to celebrate this year's Shape Maryland Simon McNeely Award winners. Baltimore County had 4 teachers selected as recipients this year. They are Amy Borman from Summit Park Elementary, Bev Salenza from Rogers Forge Elementary, Graham Pitts from Charlesmont Elementary, and Irene Kirkpatrick from Sparrows Point High School. A big congratulations to these 4 teachers. They will be recognized at the Shape Maryland Convention on November 15th in Ocean City, Maryland. Speaking of Shape Maryland, if you haven't done so already, make sure you sign up for membership in our state organization for health and physical education. Your membership is free and you can sign up at shapemaryland.org. This will ensure you have access to all their communications, including conventions, webinars, and other resources available for PE teachers. Here's a quick look ahead to what's coming up in November. Each school handles American Education Week a little bit different, but be sure to plan an interactive and engaging lesson to show off your program to any parents in attendance. I'm sure we're all looking forward to our Thanksgiving break coming up on November 27th and 28th. Whatever your plans are, we hope you enjoy yourself and treasure the time with friends and family away from school. That does it for our first episode of the BCPS PE Brief. Thanks for joining us. As always, remember we are here to support you, so reach out if you need anything. Thank you for all you do for your students and for our content. Until our next episode, keep moving, keep leading, and keep making a difference.